Okay, Making a Murderer Warriors, yesterday was the full rehearing in the 7th Circuit US Court of Appeals for Brendan Dassey, and Judge Wood, she roasted the young prosecutor over hot coals, basically, this Luke Berg character. Judge Wood said, listening to Fassbender and Weigart manipulate Brendan made her skin crawl. That's how we all felt when we watched this on Making a Murderer. We've got a judge on our side, but there are 7 of them, so let's see what happens with the ultimate decision. But this is looking good. I think they're paving the way for him to be getting out. Now, in particular, she didn't like that Fassbender and Weigart were pretending to be parental figures. Come on, Brendan. I'm not a detective right now. I'm a father. Just come over here. I just want to come over there and give you a hug. I've got a son. I know exactly how you feel. That kind of thing that was manipulating him. Quoting the Bible, the truth will set you free. Making him all these false promises and not taking into account his age and his limited IQ. Now this young prosecutor tried to rebut at the hearing this Luke Berg, and he was basically saying things like, the judge said, well, would you confess to a murder and a dismemberment and a rape and a torture and then think you're just going to go on back to school and do your school project? Obviously, you know, he didn't understand what he was saying. He was just trying to fulfill the answers for the detectives. And this Luke Berg's response was that Dassey's intelligence was so limited, he didn't understand how horrific the crimes were he'd committed. Yet, when they called Berg out for the low IQ, he said, oh well, his IQ when he was 7 was in the low 70s, then it went up to 76, then now it's almost up to 80, trying to make it seem that Brendan Dassey was intelligent enough to know that he wasn't being coerced out of a confession. So he was unintelligent so much that he couldn't comprehend the horrificness of the crime, but he was intelligent enough to know that he wasn't being coerced and he was giving a voluntary confession. Complete and utter nonsense. I've looked into this Luke Berg's background a bit, this weasel, this runt who believes in child abuse basically. You can just get kids, limited intelligence kids, and throw them in prison and get them to confess because it's the easiest thing in the world. He wants to keep this going. This creep, yeah, he went to University of Wisconsin, did computer science degree, and until 3 or 4 years ago he was just a law clerk. So he's swimming with the big fish now at the 7th Circuit US Court of Appeals. And Brad Schimmel is obviously the guy behind the scenes, the new Ken Kratz pulling the strings on this guy, but it looks like they've just got this guy in to take the fall if everything collapses, so it won't reflect bad politically on Brad Schimmel, because he's not the one directly in court putting his face to it. It's all just a house of cards and it's about to come down. Especially the way the judge just roasts and roasts. I've just been listening to it. If you want to listen to it, it's on Eric Jose's on Making a Murderer's YouTube channel, and you can listen to this lawyer trying to stand up to this Judge Wood, and she just comes down on him with her worldly wisdom and just takes everything he says. She just puts him completely in his place. So, good news for Brendan Dassey. Let's keep up the support, Making Murderer Warriors worldwide. A result is expected within several months on this, and then it could go to the Supreme Court, which only hears a certain number of cases each year, just a small amount. And that's the end of the road at that one. But we've got to get him out. I know Wisconsin just loves wasting taxpayers' money on this, throwing it more and more money away, just trying to keep an innocent person in, and another 2 innocent people, including Stephen Avery. But we're going to get there eventually. I'm standing by my original prediction. Both of them will be out within 2 to 5 years of when Making a Murderer first premiered. Cheers from London. Take care out there.